Hey guys, this is Palmer from TYT Yugioh, and today we're going to profile my Burning Abyss deck. So to start off, we're going to play one tour guide. We have an ulti because we're not poor. 3 Terror Top and 1 Talking Board. These cards are really important. It's engine cards to start off the beginning of the duel, just to make a first turn Dante really consistently without a normal summon. We're playing 3 Rhino. Rhino is really important because it sends cards from the grave, protects your other Fiend type monsters, and overall is a really good card. It really helped the deck. And then for the BAs, we're playing 1 Graph. Graph's obviously good. It's at 1. 2 Seer, it's at 2. This is like the heart and soul of the deck. And then 3 Skarm. For the original BAs, we're playing 6 of them. We're playing the max amount because Skarm is a really good card. All of these cards are really important. Next up for the other 3 of BAs, we're playing 3 Farfa. Farfa is the reason why this deck is good now. You just Farfa on their turn, Farfa on your turn, just loot Farfa and start attacking. We're playing 2 Barbar. So the reason why we're playing 2 Barbar is because against Cosmo, they can get themselves really low, and just having a Barbar in deck to summon off Beatrice and a Barbar to like loop with Dante's is really important. Just burn them. Also, it's 1700 attack and just outs random things. And it's just a generic BA monster. And then 2 Libic. Libic lets you play under Beatrice. And it's just another BA monster. The theme of the deck is just to play a lot of BA monsters, just because we want to make Beatrice as fast as possible, because it's a really unfair card. Next up, we're playing 2 Alec. This is another one of the trap BAs, being Farfa, Alec, and Calcab. Just negates effects. This card's really good against Monarchs because when they summon the idea, you can chain Beatrice to send Alec. And then their turn player, so their Eidos is going to go at Chainlink 1, and you can Chainlink 2 Alec to negate the Eidos, so they don't get the normal summon again. We're playing 1 Calcab. This number has been bouncing around recently, but there's not much back row around in the meta, and it's only really good to send off Beatrice from their end phase. So right now we're playing 1. I'm also playing 1 Rubik. Rubik's just it's another BA monster, but it's also a tuner to get access to Virgil. Other than that, it has a 21 defense, which is kind of hard for some decks to out if you just set Rubik if you brick, which you shouldn't brick because you're playing a lot of BAs. And then we're playing a Kaiju engine. We're playing 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Kamungus, and 1 Gadarla. So these are the best Kaijus to play because we only play 1 Slumber, and that's really important because you never want to draw this card. You want to send it off of Beatrice. And we obviously play the Gamma Seal just to give their opponent, because it has the lowest attack, Kamungus as well as just 200 more attack, and Dante can still kill it. And then Gadarla is almost exclusively to summon off of Kaiju Slumber. But if we have to give it to their opponent, the reason why we're playing this over Radiant is if we crash a Beatrice into this, well, we can kill it with Dante Pilgrim. And I'm only playing 3 Kaijus because if I have to go first, I don't want to open one. But I can always search them with the spell. And BA floats so much that you can just normally wait a turn. In most decks can't kill you through your Beatrices and Dantes and Seers. And then 3 Maxi. Maxi is really important in this format. We go second in this deck just because we play no trap cards, because trap cards are bad in this version of BA. And PK Fire is not very good either, because you're not making Beatrice, which is the best part of the deck. So 3 Maxi, it just against Cosmo, they have to stop, and if they stop, they're dead. You just kill them. And just about every deck, if they stop, they're dead. Like, this is only bad against Cliffort, really. There's no deck that Maxi's really bad against except for Klee. So that's it for monsters. Next up, we're playing to the spells. We are playing 3 Twin Twister. Twin Twister outs every back row card. It's also an engine card because you get to discard BAs like Graph, Sierra, and Rhino to facilitate your engine. So this card's really important. Next up, we play Foolish Burial. This is an engine card. Kaiju Slumber. Kaiju Slumber is a very good card. It's a board wipe, but that's not the relevant part. It just lets you search the Kaijus. We're playing Soul Charge because if we have to go first or even second, making a huge board against Cosmo is really hard for them to out with like 2 or 3 Beatrice, with Dantes and Seers under all the Beatrices, just immense amount of floaters. So that's why we're playing this. And then for the last card in the deck, we're playing something kind of spicy. We're playing 3 Chalice. So Chalice is really good against a lot of the decks in the meta right now. Against Cosmo, they're normally on their Wombo combo play. They'll end with the Dark Lady and the Cyber Dragon Infinity. And Chalice outs these cards. So Chalice can negate one of their effects. But also, if you have a Kaiju paired with it, you can just Kaiju over their Infinity. And then they'll use Dark Lady's effect on something, and you can just Chalice it, and then their play stops. Their board will become breakable after that fairly easily. So that's why we're playing Chalice, and it's also just a good card because you can boost up your own monsters too, just to kill other big cards. So let's move on to the extra deck. We're playing 3 Dante. Obviously, Dante is the best card. Is the best like rank 3 that's ever come out in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. Probably. It facilitates your engine. It mills cards from your deck. There's no reason why you should not be playing 3. And next up, 3 Beatrice. This is the new unfair card that Konami decided to release. Beatrice is just, it's so good. Like, you should be playing 3 of this card, and it gets your engine going. It has a huge defense. It floats. This card is just insane. Next we're playing 2 F-Zero. F-Zero is really important in the Cosmo matchup, and there's a lot of other decks you can make F-Zero, just steal their monsters and kill them. But 2 F-Zero is important because a lot of times if you summon F-Zero in defense, most of the Cosmo decks are only playing 1 or 2 Cosmojos, maybe 3, but still most Cosmo decks don't have an out to this until they draw Cosmojo or search it, and even then they have to wait a turn. So that's why we're playing 2, and it outs big boards that Cosmo can make. Next up is 1 Break Sword. You only ever need 1. The only real reason to play Break Sword is to out big monsters like Ignister. And I only really summon it against the Pendulum deck because Grand Pulse does the same thing, except you get to have a monster on the field when you Grand Pulse. You just kill back row with this. This card's never really summoned to kill back row unless I've already used my Grand Pulse against something like Cliffort and they've outed it. Also, this card's really important to play because the Speed Droids out Rivalry of Warlords. When Cliffort or any other deck is playing Rivalry, plays flips Rivalry against you, you can special the Terratop and then add the Takenborg. They're both machines, so you can XYZ for the Quantum and then kill it. And then the last 2 rank 3s we're playing is 1 Nightmare Shark and 1 Levier. So I was playing Dark Law in this deck for a really long time, but that card relies you on going first. And Levier is just another card that has combo plays because we're playing double Barbar. You can banish a lot of your BAs. One of my favorite plays with Levier is to Barbar them and banish one of my Seers, and then Levier it back, which is kind of risky, but if it resolves, you normally get a free F-Zero, and it's a real tempo changer. And then we're playing 1 Virgil to summon off of... we're playing 1 Virgil to summon off of Rubik and Beatrice too. But yeah, we have that Poverty Edition because I don't know where my secret is. But yeah, this card's really good against Cosmo too because a lot of times BA is the best deck to grind with. Like, in the grind game, BA will almost always win. So if you spin back a Cosmo Town in the grind game against Cosmo, you just get so much tempo back. And even if they keep Fire King Island on the field, you just spin that back as well and they lose all their monsters.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop you fucking lying.
And we're playing 2 Dante Pilgrim. Dante Pilgrim's really important to play 2 of minimum, I think. Because it gives you a card on your turn, a card on their turn, and it's a trap card. Because if you have Farfa or Alec or Calcab, even Seer Graph, you have a trap card on their turn because you can just summon other BAs and disrupt their plays. And it's a 2800 attack untargetable that rips cards from your opponent's hands. So this card's really, really good. Moving on to the side deck. So again, I don't have my cherries with me because a friend was borrowing them for Charlotte, and I should be getting them back soon. So we're really afraid of cherries in this deck because obviously if they cherries your Dante, it's almost game, but we're citing for that. We're citing 2 Vanity's Fiend, and we would be citing 2 Majesty's Fiend, but we're also citing another card for the Mirror. It's a pretty insane engine that we can play. But Vanity's Fiend it destroys the meta right now. If you can drop Vanity's Fiend with Fiendish Rhino Warrior, there's like no decks that can out that consistently. Because Rhino is going to protect the Vanity's Fiend. Same thing with Majesty's Fiend. If you can drop a Majesty's Fiend with the Rhino, it's just so hard to break that board. Except with trap cards, but trap cards are bad. That's why we play Twin Twister. So 2 Vanity's Fiend. Next up, we're playing Regeki. Regeki's really good. It's just because sometimes, I guess most of the Pendulum deck, if they can throw up a huge board and you just Regeki it, it's most of the time game. But they can recur, but you can just kill them. Next up is 3 System Down. I'm not playing Cyber Dragon because Chimera Tech Fortress. I go second in this version, and I have to special Cyber Dragon, and I can't summon BAs for the rest of the turn, which is really unfortunate. So that's why we're playing System Down. And we have Kaijus and Forbidden Chalice if they make a big board and get out of it with that. And then here's the spicy part that we're playing for the Mirror right now. We're playing a small Shadal engine. We're playing 1 Squamata, 1 Beast, and 1 Dragon. So the Shadal engine. In the Mirror match, if you can drop a Winda or a Shekanaga, it's a lot of times game if you have multiple Beatrice or just any other cards. And I think these are the best Shadals to play because Shadal Dragon, you can use it off of Beatrice to top back row. You can use all of these off Beatrice, but also with Shadal Fusion. So all these cards are really good, but we don't want to draw them, so that's why we're only playing 3. And to complement that, we're playing 3 Shaddoll Fusion. So if you Shaddoll Fusion in the mirror match, you can send like Farfa and Squamata just to like banish a monster on their side of the field, attack for 22, and they can only special summon once per turn. And you'll do this on the end of your combo instead of at the beginning, because you'll make 1 or 2 Beatrices and then just Shaddoll Fusion for the blowout. And we're also playing a Shaddoll Core. So the reason why we're playing Core is because with Squamata, if you Shaddoll Fusion to make Shekanaga or Winda, mostly Shekanaga, you need to send something to add back the Shaddoll Fusion to negate things. So when you send Rhino and Squamata off Shaddoll Fusion to make the Shekanaga, you're going to use Squamata's effect to send the Core to add back Shaddoll Fusion so you can negate a monster effect. And of course, we're also citing the Winda and the Shekanaga, just because Winda and Shekanaga are the 2 only relevant Shaddoll Fusion monsters that are left in the game, because Construct's banned. So yeah, it's really important for the deck. Well, other than that, that was it for the BA deck list. And yeah, see you guys later.